Hey guys, more vintage Japanese Bruce Lee program guides, and it starts right now. Hey guys, Charles Damiano here from the Bruce Lee Collection for another exciting episode. In this final series on these beautiful Japanese program guides that I put out over the last few weeks, I'm going to end with my last 2 program guides. I have 10 in total in my collection. We covered all the different films from Green Hornet, Fury of the Dragon, The Big Boss, Fist of Fury, Return of the Dragon, Game of Death, Tower of Death, and today we're going to be reviewing the program guide they put out in the Japanese theaters at the times, this beautiful Japanese program guide on Enter the Dragon, and we're going to start with also the program they put out on Dragon, the Bruce Lee story with Jason Scott Lee. So let's first start with this one, and we'll save the best for last. Enter the Dragon, my favorite film of all. So this one's called Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. It came out in the early 1990s. It was the first ever film that they put out on the story of Bruce Lee's life. Again, it's called Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. When it came out in the 90s, I was just extremely excited. I ran to the movie theater to see this. I believe it came out in 1993, 94, if I'm not mistaken. I was probably 34 years old at the time, and again, it was the first movie that came out on Bruce Lee since his passing, so we were all really excited to see this movie, and it didn't let me down. I really liked the storyline. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you thought of the movie Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. I think Jason Scott Lee did an incredible job representing Bruce Lee in that movie. Again, it wasn't exactly the perfectly correct factual storyline on Bruce Lee's life, but they did use a lot of facts on Bruce Lee's life. They did add a lot of theatrics to it to spice up the movie. Overall, I thought it was a great quality movie. What's your thoughts on it? Do you love it? I love the soundtrack in the movie. Let me know your thoughts on Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. Do you feel Jason Scott Lee did a great job representing Bruce Lee? Let's hear it in the comments, guys. Leave a comment below. But now we'll get into the review of this beautiful Japanese program guide. Has a great front cover, again, of Jason Scott Lee doing that famous Bruce Lee flying kick. Also has a great back cover of him using the nunchucks here in the back. And as you flip through this program guide, you have a great picture. Looks like Bruce from Enter the Dragon, where he's holding the nunchucks out in front of him, followed by these great black and white photos of Jason Scott Lee. Actually, this whole photo gallery here is supposed to represent Bruce Lee's fight with Wong Jackman when he was in college. This was really made for the movies. It was very theatrical. It wasn't true to form from everything I read on the fight with Wong Jackman. He finished the fight in a few minutes. It lasted longer than he would have liked. Here they dramatized the whole thing to really add to the movie, and I thought they did a good job with it. Let me know your thoughts on this fight scene with Bruce Lee and the supposedly Wong Jackman, who was supposed to be represented in this fight scene. Here he is. Look at that nice color shot of him fighting Wong Jackman in the movie Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. Again, I thought this was really well made. You have some more great photos on top of Jason Scott Lee here when Bruce Lee was in The Big Boss. He actually has the white top and black pants on to make him look like Bruce Lee, because remember, this followed Bruce Lee's life. So Dragon represented, you know, all the films Bruce Lee made at that time, as well as him being a kung fu instructor when he first moved to Seattle and Oakland, and he taught kung fu classes. So I thought they did a nice job. Here he is with supposedly Linda Lee, who I thought, I forget her name now. If you know her name, leave it in the comments. But I thought she did a great job representing Linda Lee as well. And a little fun fact, I don't know if any of you guys are aware of this, but at first they asked Brandon Lee to play the part of Bruce Lee for Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. And he felt it was a little strange to play his dad in the movie. He even said it in an interview. And I just thought that was a fun fact. I would have loved seeing Brandon play his dad in the movie. I thought he would have did a great job as well. But I think still Jason Scott Lee really represented Bruce Lee nicely. Although he doesn't look that much like Bruce Lee, I think he really took on his spirit, and he did train with Jerry Poteet in the form of JKD, so he did learn some of Bruce Lee's fighting art from Jerry Poteet, who was a first generation student of Bruce Lee.
Getting involved in Bruce's philosophies and Bruce's beliefs help scare away all the fears that come into actually portraying a legend.
Jerry Poteet, who studied with Bruce Lee, was brought in to coach Jason in the gritty style of the master.
Bruce was a fighter, street fighter. He'd get out and he'd get into it, see? So he had that, he wanted that on the screen to be able to say that his fights look real.
So he really did his homework, and I think, again, he represented Bruce Lee nicely. Share your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you thought of Jason Scott Lee's portrayal of Bruce Lee in Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. Here he is doing a handstand over the little baby who's supposed to be representing Brandon Lee in the movie. And as you flip through it, you have some more great color shots of Jason Scott Lee. Here's a great shot of them from the Green Hornet, because again, they were showing all the different films that Bruce Lee made in his career in this movie, and they added a little shot of Bruce Lee from the Green Hornet, played by Jason Scott Lee. So great magazine overall. Look at this nice color spread of Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, followed by some more great photos of Jason Scott Lee. And then as you continue to flip through it, it ends with this beautiful photo of Jason Scott Lee here. I think he got in phenomenal shape for this movie. His body looked a little like Bruce. Here he's making the face a little bit like Bruce Lee. The hairstyle looks a little bit like Bruce Lee. And again, I just loved this movie, and I also loved the soundtrack to the movie. So that's the review on Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. Now we're getting to the last program guide. I saved the best for last because, again, as you guys all know, Enter the Dragon is my favorite Bruce Lee movie of all time. What's yours? Leave it in the comments. Love to know what your favorite Bruce Lee movie was. Mine was Enter the Dragon, and I just love this program guide. Obviously, they used the classic movie poster from Enter the Dragon that they put out in the United States. This one actually has the Japanese characters because this is a Japanese program guide, which you've seen. It says Enter the Dragon up here. You would have seen this baby hanging behind the concession stand. You'd buy your popcorn and soda, and you'd say, "Can I also have that Enter the Dragon program guide as well?" And you'd grab it. You'd make sure it was in mint condition. You'd put it in a paper bag that they probably gave you, and you took it to your seat with you as you watched the movie Enter the Dragon. Imagine that experience, guys. The Japanese certainly knew how to give you an experience in the movie theaters by selling these incredible program guides. So let's flip through this one. Boom! Look at this beautiful shot of Bruce Lee and the dungeon scene from Enter the Dragon, sporting the beautiful black nunchucks. Just love this photo. What a classic. And then as you flip through it, some great shots of Bruce Lee. You got Angela Mao at top, Bolo, some outtakes, Bolo and Han at the bottom. Here you have Bruce Lee behind the rock wall with Bolo, another outtake from Enter the Dragon. You have some beautiful color shots up top here. The first one is of Han entering the banquet when he says, "Welcome" to everyone. And then you have Bruce talking to the spy agent, also that was in the movie. And then John Saxon over here. And then you have Bruce Lee with the collie sticks in the dungeon scene. Here you got Bruce when he entered the island and got off the boat, and him, John Saxon, and Jim Kelly are walking towards the island of Han now to their accommodations in this scene here. Again, some great photos on this page. Here you have Robert Klaus, Lalo Schifrin, who put out the incredible album of Enter the Dragon with some of the best music ever composed by Lalo Schifrin. Let me know what you guys think of the album Enter the Dragon. Do you have it in your collection? Leave it in the comments. I just love his music. He also did the music to Mission Impossible and a number of other films. What a famous composer he was. And then look at this beauty. Beautiful color shots of Bruce Lee. Headshot, him and the guard at the rock wall, played by Wu Nan. Here he is in the brown kung fu outfit. Classic pose from Enter the Dragon. Again, I just love this program guide because Enter the Dragon is my favorite movie. And look at this spread. Wow, guys, look at this spread of Bruce Lee here doing the flip with Bob Wall. And we know that it wasn't Bruce Lee doing this flip, but it was his stunt double, Yuen Hua, who we found out later on. As a kid, when I first saw this and I was 13 years old in the Academy of Music and I saw Bruce Lee do that flip, obviously I thought it was him. But again, his stunt double did a great job in representing Bruce Lee doing that kick. Here he is with Bob Wall. Great centerfold here from Enter the Dragon. Some more great shots here. John Saxon, Anna Capri. Here's when Anna Capri walks in the girls to everyone's room and says to pick one. Here you got Jim Kelly fighting his opponent in the courtyard in that famous battle. Again, what a great program guide. If you don't have this one, I would definitely suggest picking it up. I do have this one available. Look at this color spread. All on Enter the Dragon in full color. Just amazing. Again, email me, guys, if you want to pick this one up. My email address is cdbrlee@aol.com. I do have this one available as well. It's a double in my collection. Look at that great shot of Bruce Lee. Full color in the mirror room. Obviously it's a promotional still because that wasn't actually in the film, but what a great photo that is. And again, I do have this one available. Email me at cdbrlee@aol.com if you'd like to pick it up. It's one of my favorite Japanese program guides. It's about 20 pages, loaded with color and black and white photos on Bruce Lee, as you just saw. If you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Give the video a thumbs up, hit the notification bell so you never miss another episode. And until next time, Charles Damiano signing out. I hope you enjoyed this series of Japanese program guides. Have fun collecting, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care, guys.